renowned scientists of the country. I look forward for such active participation in our future 4 days international conference on advanced functional material, which will be held in December 2020 under Senator Centenary celebration of Jamia Millia Islamia and in association with MHRT Spark Scheme, sanctioned in collaboration with Texas A&M University and University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, USA. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, for presenting a warm welcome to our invited dignitaries and participants.
It is indeed our great honor to have Professor Dipankar Das Sharma as our chief guest today. Popularly, he is known as DD. Professor DD, he holds adjunct, honorary, and visiting professors at several international and national institutions such as École Polytechnique France, University of Vienna, Uppsala University, Sweden, University of Tokyo, and at almost all eminent institutions of India such as TIFR Mumbai, IACS Kolkata, ISER Kolkata, JNCSR Bangalore, and many more.
Professor Sharma has around 500 scientific publications, 9 patents with more than 17,800 citations and an H index of 71. His areas of interest include experimental and theoretical studies covering broad areas of solid-state chemistry, condensed matter physics, material science, spectroscopy, nanoscience, and energy science. He serves as senior editor and editorial member of over 15 international journals.
Presently, Professor DD holds various positions such as J.N. Tata Chair Professor, Senior Editor at ACS Energy Letters, Honorary Professor at JNCSR Bangalore, Honorary Professor at SNBN CBS Kolkata, Eminent Visiting Fellow, IACS Kolkata. Professor DD has touched and influenced lives of many not only by his scientific contributions but also by his infectious laughter, passion, wit, and generosity. His exceptional, remarkable, and distinguished contributions can be imagined by over his 65 international and national awards.
With these words, I request Professor Najma Akhtar ma'am to felicitate our chief guest, Professor DD Sharma sir, by presenting a memento and a shawl. It is our great pleasure to have with us as our guest of honor Professor Ashok Kumar Ganguly, sir, who is currently Deputy Director, Strategy and Planning, Institute Chair Professor and Professor of Chemistry at IIT Delhi. Professor Ganguly has also been a founding director of Institute of Nanoscience and Technology in Mohali from January 2013 to January 2018.
His areas of interest are in the design of nanostructured materials for applications in water purification, solar energy conversion, microfluidic devices, and high temperature superconductivity. He has published over 450 research papers and has 5 patents, and has an H index of 42 and I index of 72. A round of applause for all his achievements. He has completed successfully several research projects, including with industries also.
He is a recipient of various national and international awards. His national awards include National Award of Nanoscience and Nanotechnology given by DSG, Government of India, Chemical Research Society of India, CRSI Medal, Material Research Society of India, MRSI Medal, CNR Rao, CRSI National Award, Chemical Excellence Award by Indian Society of Chemists and Biologists, and Professor CNR Rao, Bangalore, India Nano Award by Government of Karnataka.
He is a Fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry, London, Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, National Academy of Sciences, Allahabad, and Asia Pacific Association of Materials. He also serves as members in various national and international journals.
With these words, I request Professor Najma Akhtar ma'am to please felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Ganguly sir, by presenting a shawl and a memento. It is our great pleasure to have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am and Chief Patron of the conference, Professor Najma Akhtar, to boost us by her presence. Professor Najma Akhtar is an Indian academic administrator and the first woman Vice Chancellor of our university, Jamia Millia Islamia, since April 2019. Ma'am, you truly are an inspiration for all of us. She received a Commonwealth Fellowship to study University Administration at University of Warwick in UK and also sought training at the Institute of European Environmental Policy in Paris.
Ma'am has worked for 15 years at National Institute of Planning Administration, and she has led courses for senior officials from 130 countries. She established the first state-level management institute at Allahabad and was Controller of Examination and Director of Academic Programs at Aligarh Muslim University. She has also been a consultant to UNESCO, UNICEF and Danish International Development Agency.
Ma'am, under your dynamic leadership, Jamia is growing day by day. In a very short span of time, you have started several new courses and recently 4 new departments are added on Jamia land. We know you are working very hard to establish a medical college at Jamia, and the whole Jamia Biradari is confident that you will achieve this mission for which we are waiting for more than a decade. With these words, I request Professor Sami to felicitate our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Najma Akhtar ma'am, by presenting a memento and a shawl.
I request Professor Amir Azam to present a memento to Dean Faculty Natural Sciences to Professor Sami Ahmed sir.
I request Dr. Taqir Ahmed sir to please present a memento to Chairman NCFM Professor Amir Azam sahab.
I would now request Dean Faculty of Natural Sciences Professor Sami to address the gathering with faculty remarks.
Respected Vice Chancellor, other dignitaries on the dais, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. This is really great that Department of Chemistry is organizing this conference timely on a very, very hot topic. In fact, the Faculty of Natural Sciences has made enormous efforts in past 10 years for building research infrastructure in terms of the facilities and collaborations. And this today's meeting adds to that process. In fact, the year 2006, I remember, was a very important year in the history of Jamia. Great initiatives were taken in that year. It was for the first time, probably, it was felt strongly that Jamia is inferior to DU and JNU. It's very important that first of all we assess ourselves. Well, DU has a long history of eminence associated with it. Professor Kothari, Professor Ashok, Professor Das, and many others have been associated with it. Whereas the JNU was established with top to bottom approach. Enormous funding was pumped into it. And eminent people from India and abroad were brought to this institution. Unfortunately, Jamia has none of these features. So, in 2006, Mushirul Hassan, an eminent vice chancellor, in fact, the architect of this university, who transformed this institution into the modern institution that we see today, he decided to establish several research centers, and according to him, Jamia would excel through these research centers. So it was a very important initiative. And a dozen of research centers were established, two of them, Center for Theoretical Physics, Center of Interdisciplinary Science in Basic Sciences, were established in the Faculty of Natural Sciences. Two centers were added later. So, since then, Jamia really has done remarkably well. Our faculty has done pretty well. Well, today, we have 6 fellows of academies of science in the faculty. This number is little larger than they have in DU, but little smaller than they have in JNU. Well, it is not out of the place to mention that Hamdard, we never pay attention, has 12 fellows of academies of science, thanks to the visionary vice chancellor of that university. So, well, now we also have competition with Hamdard University. Okay. So faculty has done pretty well, I said. And in 2015, our faculty bagged the first Visitors Award for research. That was great. Okay, and in 2006, a paper was written from the Center for Theoretical Physics, which found its place in the Nobel Committee document on accelerating universe in 2011. Yeah, so we didn't get Nobel Prize, but at least the name of Jamia Millia Islamia figures in that elite document of Nobel Committee. So whatever little achievement this faculty had is really associated to the collaborations, to the infrastructure that we established in this faculty. And it is very important that this faculty has a large network of collaborations today with the research institutions in India and abroad. That adds to the profile of this faculty, and I am sure this meeting would add further to this process, and I am sure that new collaborations would originate from this meeting, which is the key to our success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now I request our guest of honor, NCFM 2019, Professor Ganguly, to deliver the scientific remarks.
Good morning, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam Najma Akhtarji, Chief Guest Professor D.D. Sharma, and other dignitaries on the dais, to all the faculty of Jamia and elsewhere who are participating in this conference, students, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor and privilege to be standing here again. I have stood here earlier also, and I enjoy coming to Jamia. I have been coming to Jamia, I think, more than now 15 years on several occasions. I have been a member of the UGC committee for the Department of Chemistry, and I feel very much for Jamia's progress and its growth in national and international level. So I will always, whenever any invitation comes, I always accept to come to Jamia, also being very close to IIT, and more so now as Madam Najma ji is now in our Senate of IIT Delhi. She has joined our Senate, and we are very happy to have her in IIT Delhi. So I must say that this meeting on advanced materials is, as you know, one of the major themes in the world because it transcends disciplines. It involves research and development on areas in which everybody in the world is concerned, ranging from climate change to energy to water and medical science. So materials are important from maybe 5000 BC when man started working with metals. And today we are reinventing. You won't believe today we are again working on metals, but what kind of metals? We are working on world's latest technology which people are working on are called high entropy metals and alloys. Can you make an alloy with 6 metals? Can you make an alloy with 8 metals? This is the world's very hot area. Places like MIT, Harvard, they are working in the material science department on such an area. So man always, metals and materials which are available on earth is of one kind. But man always strives to find new materials, and this research will always continue. Because as somebody has predicted, it is a Nature paper, how much do we know in this world about materials? It's very, very little. We have 118 known elements today. If you do some permutation and combination, how many materials can we make? It's like infinite, the number of just the stable elements you take, which are 82. If you do the number of permutation and combinations, it's a huge number. You and me will never see the light of those materials, and you don't know what material will be found tomorrow. Because in 1986, December, because the report came probably in December in a meeting, the famous superconductivity came. Nobody could think that you can make materials like that and make superconductivity at 30 Kelvin. People had worked for 80 years in labs which are the world's best, like ETH, IBM, Bell Labs. For 80 years, they were working on trying to increase superconductivity by 0.1 Kelvin. If 0.1 Kelvin increase, they publish a paper in PRL and all that. Here, there was a jump from 20 Kelvin, say from 13 Kelvin to 30 Kelvin, and the whole world changed in one day. From 86 December, within 93, probably 20,000 papers have been written in just 5 years. I'll just give you one example. Similarly, in materials, there have been several breakthroughs, and you don't know what is round the corner. We had carbon nanotubes, fullerenes, we had GMR materials, we have now thermoelectric materials. Many of the thermoelectric materials we have worked 30 years back. We did not look at thermoelectricity. Similar selenides and chalcogenides people are working today. I had a PhD thesis in 2000 working on quaternary chalcogenides, which is hot topic today. But I did not measure the thermoelectric properties. We only did synthesis and crystal structure. And this was a PhD student in 1998-99. So the world changes properties. You must keep your eyes and ears open. And that is one thing meetings like this bring about, and young students learn to know. We all learned like that, attending meetings. IISc was a great place. We met several Nobel laureates. I remember standing on one